play in the 4 teams. Consultants have one team, nurses have one team, paramedics have one team. So then with the 4 teams, you can't win the match. I will not go in detail because this will take a lot of time, maybe. So I think this is what I want to just conclude, that transparent and objective governance creates a foundation for the happy and productive workplace. But the simple point I want to tell you is the leader, what Kiran Bedi said in the morning. Firstly, I think once you are put into position of CEO, please think twice whether I am good enough as a CEO. Sometimes I don't want to give some known examples are there, I don't want to name it here, that an excellent clinician was put on the job of running a regulatory body of India and he became failure. So sometimes I feel that if you are an excellent clinician at one place, better continue there. Or excellent administrator, as a HOD you are okay, administration in charge, but becoming CEO, you must ask question to yourself. Do I have that attribute? Do I have that resilience? Do I have that emotional, intelligent quotient in me? So I think there are that kind of things are there. Because my talk was supposed to be for 25 minutes, but I thought a lot has been covered and we have to respect the time. Some of you have to again catch the train or timing. So I think with that, I will close my talk. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Gyani. So the interesting thing, Dr. Gyani, that I don't think you know, is the order of the panel is the reverse order of people I've gotten to know. Your program meant that the first person we met is Dr. Venkatesh, who was our teachers. Right? Yeah, you can please start. So we have to give lead man of India. Then we got to know him. Now we have. So these are the doyens of India. So they don't like quality person. But I think we definitely have to consider having a happiness award or ranking or some sort of coding for hospitals so that we can start making these a more joyful workplace for the people, because it's becoming harder. I think the amount of stress that most clinicians, most of the teams, nursing, I mean, I've got Clara here and many of the other leaders and administrators here, it's growing. And I think if we can't bring better practices, maybe that's something that our friend in the media business world can actually help enable for us, is maybe some sort of matrix that would help engage and also help us rise up a level of aspiration as institutes. And now comes for spiritual enlightenment. Venkatesh ji, it's all yours.
Thank you. I do not know how to address you gathering. Should I address you as leaders in healthcare? Should I address you as experts or teachers and students? I get confused. I would like to ask 2 questions. Give me correct answer by raising your hand. Is there anybody here, anybody outside this hall, who never took any medicine in the past? Raise your hand, including you. Have you? Can you raise your hand if you have not taken any medicines in the past? Okay, second question. No hand went up. Second question. Is there anybody who will not take any medicine in the future? No hand is going up. That's why I would like to call you my dear patients. Patient safety he covered. That's why I want to call you my dear patient, including me. A patient talking to a patient. A leader is also a patient. Leader is not something carved on a stone, it's a permanent thing. I start with the last statement Madam Kiran Bedi made. You know what she said? Spirituality. I'm not talking about 8 p.m. spirits. That is different. I'm talking about some of the attributes of a leader. Therefore, I'm not talking about spiritual leaders. I have no faith in them. I've not understood them. I'm talking about leaders with spirituality. Therefore, the why, it's a more, in fact, this is the valedictory session, you know. When you called me, you said give a valedictory speech. I was wondering, I am put on the last, this is a valedictory session. And what is valedictory? Say bye-bye. We are going back, meeting again. More than that, the other meaning of valedictory is introspection. From morning we have been hearing. Now let us have the last session, not LAST. LOST or LAST, I don't know. I am the last person. LOST. Types of leaders within each one of us, especially in the healthcare organization. Leaders need to focus on guiding others. Let us have an introspection. Last session, introspection. Each one, please ask yourself, are you fitting into this? Are you concerned with external influences? Yes or no is the answer. Are you aiming to inspire, motivate, and empower team members? And yes, we empower, but I don't want to take the ultimate responsibility. Is that the kind of leadership we are looking at? Do you emphasize vision, strategy, and goal achievements? Vision, long-term achievement, mission. back, everybody should come and write about that person. That person should read. He doesn't know who has written what. Then it reflects. And encourage mindfulness and presence. Are we ready to listen to them? Fostering sense of community and connection, inspiring personal responsibility, accountability, that is most important. Cultivating gratitude and appreciation. Unless we appreciate others, we cannot appreciate ourselves. Therefore, spirituality in leadership is with a purpose, with values, with self-awareness, empathy, compassion. How much we have acquired, and benefits of spirituality, spiritual leadership, not spiritual leadership, spirituality in leadership, improved employees' engagement and satisfaction. There is a more productivity, enhanced creativity and innovation, brings down the economic damage, and better decision making and problem solving. We belong to category 1, not category 3. Increased trust and loyalty amongst each other. This spirituality helps in more effective conflict resolution, with cool mind, calmness, without any disturbance. The key characteristics of spiritual leader: authenticity. We should ask this question: am I authentic in my approach, in my statements? Do I have that integrity expected from everybody? Do I have emotional intelligence to manage stress and empathy, resilience, self-awareness, visionary thinking? Can I foresee? And we don't have to be yogis and sadhus to do that. It's a calmness and practices for integrating spirituality to leadership is mindfulness and meditation, journaling, gratitude, practice, saying, see, every morning, 2 minutes of getting together in the corner is more than enough. We can thank each other. That whole day will be such a beneficial, meaningful day. I tell you, I would like to thank personally each one of you before I say bye-bye to you. Why? I would like to see you again. I want you to recognize me next time when I meet you. Hello, sir, how are you? That should be, that means we don't want to lose anybody. I tell you, a good businessman says, if I lose one person, that means I may not get 100 new customers. And we are all leaders, we should not lose anybody. And seeking feedback and mentorship. Somebody said, how do you evaluate competence of the topmost person? For example, Rela. Who will evaluate your competence? I think your customers. Feedback from them evaluates you. This is how a good leader will accept the lowest level in the organization also to send a feedback about his boss or topmost person. Cultivating positive work culture. Finally, inspirational quotes I would like to tell you. Leadership is not about title. Leadership is not about position. Leadership is not about one in life influencing the other. John Maxwell said. Effective leadership, Deepak Chopra said. And leadership is a sacred trust, Stephen Conway. And I said, leadership is an outcome of guiding others. Why spirituality is self-guiding. If I can guide myself, I will have confidence that I can guide others. And recommended readings for all of us. When you go home, I took only some information from this. The Spiritual Leader by Deepak Chopra, Leadership and the New Science by Waitley, The Power of New by Tolle, Man's Search for Meaning by Frank, The Art of Possibility. The art of possibility. Everything is possible. Every problem has a solution. If there is a problem without solution, it's not a problem at all. You may not solution. You can approach some. A good leader of spirituality will approach the junior most person for the solution. And by embracing spirituality. I'm not saying you should become spiritual man. Embracing spirituality is not religion here. Leaders can create positive, meaningful work environment. We can do that. And that inspires growth, creativity, and success, not only of an individual, of an organization, not only of an organization, community, not only of the community, country, and not only of the country, the whole globe, whole world will be successful place for life to sustain. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Venkatesh ji. I think in the interest of time, I'm going to say that I've never seen this side of you, but clearly laughter is the best medicine. And I think you really brought a sense of spirit, not just to the external world, but also to the internal self. So thank you. I think this has been a good fun time, right? So we did say we try and have one or two questions. Guys, does anybody have a great question that you'd like to ask any of the panelists? Otherwise, I'll ask. All right. So perhaps we start from Gyani ji. Maybe one experience or wisdom point that you had that you'd like to share to the group that might be a good lesson for them, that they can become even better than they were tomorrow than they were yesterday.
You see, one principle is that at any stage of your life, you should be in the mode of that I am learning. Because many of us at this stage, when something is told to us, we think that now I have done enough of learning, now I only contribute or speak. No. If you are not in the learning mode, I think you are half dead. You must be always in the mode of learning. Once you learn, then only you will be able to contribute. Once you are able to contribute, you get the recognition. And once you get recognition, your esteem goes up. And that is the life principle. You know, each one of us, even at this stage, I get inspiration. If somebody, give me little praise, I really get renovated again. So that will only come when you are learning, contributing, your esteem going up, enjoying, and that is the principle of life you must adopt.
You want me to?
Yeah, something a bit that makes their life better tomorrow than yesterday.
No, I come from a field where I'm humbled constantly. I come from a field where failures are very humbling for me and put me down to earth. And I learn from that and then raise up again and work once again and try and be better and learn from that. That is how I have done, and I'm sure many of you will experience that. And if those of you who have only seen successes in your life, good luck to you. But most of us are, I think, like me.
That's a great insight, right? That's why you left England, because they're still learning from their failures, or living in it, maybe we can say. Jay?
So I think like what Dr. Gyani said, that you need to continue to learn. My only thing I'll put is that let learning not be always transactional. What life is today becoming is that what you are trying to do, you are trying to take the output from it in the immediate future. And that's not what life is going to give you in the long run. What I have realized is that whatever you might have learned 25 years back is something which may be paying you now. So the issue is to be able to be embracing knowledge irrespective of your own background. I mean, keep yourself open, make your horizon wider, and that's, I think, will be keeping you young. And at this age, I think both me and Venkatesh, we are the two pre-independence era specimens here. And I think we both find ourselves very young and energetic because we continue to learn.
What is new I can add, I don't know. You are putting me at the last. I am lost. I tell you, you all know. Students learn. Teachers teach. Yes or no? Teachers retire. Students never retire. Therefore, given a chance to me, I don't want to be a teacher, I want to be a student. Yani, that is the joy of learning. Thank you.
I think Ram Babuji.
Yeah. See, learning is a continuous process. I think you must have heard about the Dattatreya. And he has got 24 gurus in his life. So every day, whatever you learn from someone, you treat him as a guru. Sometimes when I travel, when the rickshaw also speaks about spirituality and other things. So Dattatreya has got 24 gurus. They are not human beings. All 24 gurus, 19 gurus are the frog, snake, bird, like that. So whatever he learned from something, or some creature. So he treated him or the creature as his guru. So age is not a limit time, this thing and not to learn the things. So every day is a learning process. And then whatever you learn from someone, you treat him as a guru for that day, particular day. Thank you.
So my only piece is, I think, look around you. There, many of you have invested a whole day. Find two good people that you found some interesting thing to, and add them to people you share time with. Because when you surround yourself with good people, you have the chance to be great. And I think that's something that at least I've learned from my family regularly. And that's the family that we grow today here. So, and with the many AHPI leaders and the many other leaders that we manage to see, and we hope that we can get you to join AHPI and perhaps contribute as leaders of AHPI of tomorrow, like we have many today. So I think with that, this was an outstanding event. Thank you. I'm now passing it back to our hostess to perhaps take it away and perhaps move lost to last.
Thank you, sir. Thank you all for giving us such an enriching session. Now I request the chairs, Mr. Ram Babu and Mr. Samir Mehta, to present the mementos to our distinguished speakers. Request Dr. Madhuri Kanekar, Dr. Venkatafanidar, Mrs. Sandhya Cherian, Dr. Satish Devdas, and Mrs. Gayatri Sandeep to come forward and present the mementos to our chairs. Thank you. To conclude this enriching day, our organizing secretary, Mrs. Sandhya Cherian, Thank you all. To conclude this enriching day, our organizing secretary, Mrs. Sandhya Cherian, will now deliver the vote of thanks, acknowledging everyone's contribution towards making this summit successful.
Using this leadership summit. Okay. A very good evening to all of you. We've come to the end of this program, and I have been given the privilege to propose the vote of thanks. I really hope that all of you had a great day of both learning and networking today. On behalf of AHPI and the organizing committee, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to each and every one of you for taking your time out from your busy schedules and attending this event today. We had an amazing line of speakers, some of whom had traveled across the country just to be with us. They shared their knowledge, their experience, expertise with us on various topics. Their insightful talks were very thought-provoking, and I believe that we all gained valuable insights from them. I would like to thank our chief guest for the day, Dr. Kiran Bedi, retired IPS officer and the former governor of Puducherry, for gracing us with her presence, for sharing good practices and her transformative style of fearless governance with us. She had a flight to catch, and hence she could not stay with us until the end of the event, but we're very thankful to her. I'd like to thank Lieutenant General Dr. Madhuri Kanekar, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Maharashtra University of Health Sciences, for taking the time and coming all the way from Nasik. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your wealth of experience. We do agree that we need to bridge the gap between the private and the government sectors if we need to achieve this dream of universal health coverage. Thank you so much. I'd like to thank Mr. Ram Kumar, the independent director from Shanti Gears and Agarashi Motors Limited, who talked about developing a leadership pipeline and his experience in the domain of manufacturing. Thank you, sir, for spending your Sunday here with us, and we completely agree that a second line of leadership needs to be developed in all organizations. Our additional Chief Secretary and former Health Secretary of the Government of Tamil Nadu, Dr. J. Radhakrishnan, shared with us lessons on governance, especially those during challenging COVID times. Thank you, sir, for being a wonderful leader throughout that period of crisis, and we were truly honored by your presence. Dr. Harsh Mahajan, the founder and managing director of Mahajan Imaging, enlightened us with his very interesting talk on his entrepreneurial journey. Thank you, sir, for coming all the way to Chennai to be part of this event. Dr. Preeta Reddy, the Executive Vice Chairman of the Apollo Group of Hospitals, delivered a very insightful talk on transformative healthcare leadership, where she narrated a beautiful story about her journey with Dr. Pratap Reddy and the lessons that we all could learn from it. Thank you, madam, for your time and for being with us today. Dr. Mohammed Rela, the chairman and the managing director of the Rela Group, Rela Hospital, is known for his outstanding work in liver transplantation. Talked about healthcare leadership, leading with a purpose. There are many thousands of lives that were touched and saved by your purpose and life, sir. And we're very grateful that you made time for us today. Dr. Vijay Agarwal, the president of the Kaho Group, talked about the kind of leadership that is required for navigating through complex healthcare systems. Sir, we will take heed of everything that you have said and we will put it in practice. Dr. Giridhar Jnaniji, the Director General of AHPI. I have no words for him. He's like a father figure to me. I must thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity, for being the organized secretary of this particular event. I must tell you that he had given me a free hand to do anything that I wanted, and most of all, he was very motivating and very encouraging. And it truly is a quality that I admire about you, sir. Nurturing young, aspiring leaders, and that is what you do. His talk on leadership governance that sparks happiness at the workplace. I have no doubt that he walks the talk. He is the sparkling sunshine in his workplace. Thank you, sir. Dr. Venkatesh Tuppil concluded all our sessions with his talk on leadership and spirituality, reminding us that practicing spirituality brings us a sense of perspective, meaning, and purpose to our lives. Thank you so much, sir. I'm very thankful to the chairs and the co-chairs of each of these sessions. I want to thank Dr. Alexander Thomas, the patron of AHPI, Dr. Satish Devdas, the Tamil Nadu chapter AHPI president, Dr. Biswas, the national AHPI president, Mr. Ravi Pachimuthu, the chairman of the SRM group, Dr. Ram Babu, the Tamil Nadu chapter AHPI secretary, and Mr. Samir Mehta, the vice chairman of the Mehta Hospital, for their time and invaluable insights. I want to thank our wonderful chair, Mr. Venkat, for giving me the freedom to make my independent choices with no questions asked. Thank you so much for giving me that freedom. I would like to thank Shikhar Gupta, the Deputy Director of AHPI. I really owe a lot to him. He really helped me with a lot of coordinations. Thank you so much, Shikhar Ji. I want to thank my entire team, my AHPI team, all the advisors, and the enthusiastic and dedicated volunteers from Frontier Lifeline Hospital. It almost felt like an event that was being conducted by Frontier Lifeline. They work so tirelessly behind the scenes. Their hard work have been invaluable. A very special thank you to Karthik and Potiraj, who took care of the audio, video, lighting, photography, Vishal and Arunachalam for the digital and social media initiatives, Shaiju and Sharon for the stage and decor arrangements, and to ensure that everything ran smoothly. I'd like to thank the media and the business world healthcare for their support. A special mention goes out to our sponsors, Rela Hospital, Apollo Hospital, Sims, Kaveri Hospital, and Frontier Lifeline Hospital for your generosity support towards this cause. I am very grateful to all of you audience for coming and participating in this event. I hope you will take back valuable knowledge that you can apply in both your personal and professional lives. With this, I would like to conclude by once again thanking each and every one of you involved in making this a great success. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Kindly rise for the national anthem.
Jaya He
for being a wonderful audience today. We have officially concluded the event. Kindly join us for tea outside the conference hall. Hope you have a good rest of the day. Thank you.